So I was scrolling through the YouTube and I saw this for free. It's on YouTube for free, and I had never seen the movie, and I'm not gonna watch it. But Wakanda Forever, or Black Panther, I guess. So, and it's free, and it shows that, you know, apparently, from what I gather from all the Wakandans running around here, these new Wakandans, that they built this crazy, insane society of, high tech, and they have to hide it because, the white man always steals their ideas and shit. And that's insane. I mean, the whole premise to the thing is insane, right? I mean, it has to be. It's fiction, right? But you read comments and you see videos posted by these POCs, people de color. You see them, and they are actually believing that this Wakanda is a real thing, and that this movie is not fiction, it's fact. And can you imagine the brain pan that is necessary to believe that a bunch of people who were never able to, and even till today, create a wheel so they can make a wheelbarrow and take their ass to work, maybe build something in their own on their own continent, instead of coming out later and saying, "Hey, you stole all the resources and wealth from our country, or our continent, and that's why we're down. And you took us in slave ships, and you brought us to America, and Jim Crow, and this." Oh my God, how exasperating it is. And then the tribe puts them up, puts them on the TV, COINTELPRO plan I'm talking about. Diverts the people, puts the Yo MTV raps up, changes the people, starts pulling psyops more and more and more on everyone, racial hoaxes to divide us up, And all it's really gonna do, in the end, I'm sorry to have to tell everybody, all it's gonna do is it's gonna work. It's gonna enrage the whites until that something is done, because they're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop pushing. I mean, I thought maybe they would. I thought maybe that people would see, that they would see that what they're being played. But no, they're not going to see it, okay? So all hope is gone from my end. All hope is gone. It just continues, and then you see videos like, I was watching a video the other day, and it was of this white guy. And it was surveillance video in Minneapolis, I believe, okay? Ilhan Omar, brother of Marier, her district, okay? And there was this white guy, and he was standing next to about 10 blacks. And it was downtown. Like I said, it was a feed overhead, so you could really see what was going on. And he asked him for a cigarette, or asked him for his cell phone or something, no audio, but he wouldn't give it up, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, regardless, they started beating this guy, and they ran over him with bikes and threw shit at his head, and it was just insane what was going on. They, like 15 guys, just beat this man mercilessly for nothing, tore his pants off. I mean, that pack mentality is what they're coming with, man. That's what they have, okay? They're savages when they come from over there. Whenever they come from over there out of the jungle and we bring them over here to the concrete jungle, they don't know any different. They treat it like it's exactly the same. They see these cell phones. That cell phone worth $300. I'm going to get that. I'm going to take that off that white man. I'm going to kill him for it. I don't care. I'll smoke his ass for it. That is not going to end. That mentality, they're shipping in by the boatload, man. Okay, they're bringing them over here. These NGOs doing the same thing in Europe, man. Crossing across there and dumping off thousands of these people on the shores of 1,000-year-old countries and cultures. It's just, I can't believe that people are letting this happen. We have got to stand up. They are replacing us. It is a white genocide. It is not fake. I mean, the UN Charter on what genocide is states specifically what they're doing. And a lot of people are pointing this out. This is not new news. But it seems like, they keep us suppressed with all this white privilege talk and all this, you don't know our culture. And like I said, like They have no culture. They're living inside the white man's built world. Everyone is. The Chinese people in China, 1.4 billion of them, are living inside our culture as well. I'm sorry. Not all of them, surely not. But the ones that are living in those mega cities, the cities that were the thought of the white man initially. Big, I was telling this guy, this Mexican, I worked in San Diego. I was fitting pipe. Anyway, we were on a lunch break, and he was telling me how that I was only like 22 years old, man. I had a brand new family, and I had just moved back out to San Diego, and I stayed there for a little while, but I found I couldn't live there. I had to move back to the middle of the country where my folks were at the time. But anyway, regardless, he was telling me that Mexicans built, this is Mexico. Where are you sitting, homie? This is Mexico. And believe me, bros and sisters, I've been the same guy since I've been 1 year old, 6 months old, negative 6 months old. I'm telling you, I told him, I said, look, man, I said, if you think that you look around and you see these big skyscrapers and people running around in their cars and trolley systems and neon on the buildings and jets flying overhead from a beautiful airport, just the culture that we built, right? I said, no, this is not you didn't build this, man. I said, we came in, we took it, and we made this place into what it is you currently see. And you might have pushed, like I said, you might have pushed a wheelbarrow around, but you didn't, maybe drove a few nails, or screwed some screws, but you didn't build this. You didn't engineer it, and you didn't make it happen, okay? We did. This is the white country. Until 1965, it was 90% white or more, hell. Okay, and then the Hart-Celler Act, whatever they call it, and they flooded us. Okay, and they're doing the same thing in Europe now. Regardless, I told them, I said, listen, if you want to see what your country is, we can take a ride right now down into Tijuana, and I can show you little kids 4 years old selling chiclets on the side of the road. It's heartbreaking, okay? Running up. Please buy some gum, 25 cents, okay? That's what your culture is, bruh. That's what you are, not me. So you come over here and you get your nuts pumped up because you think we took this from you. We didn't take it. We built it. There's a big difference. So whenever you see the blacks do the exact same thing, they built the country. Everybody built the country but the ones that did. Oh, man. And hey, listen, I'm continuously building it today. So and all my buddies and all the men I run with and I do business with, we are the builders. We are the builders of this civilization. We're just continuing on with what all the white men did before us. It's a brotherhood. We're strong. We're not going to be broken so easily. So, Wakanda forever. This is what I'm talking about. The inability of these men and women to take responsibility for their ineptitude. Take responsibility for themselves and their children. And with the 80% rate of single mothers in the black community, somebody's not taking responsibility, okay? But then the tribe, they put these men on and they show them in the best possible light, in the best possible way, with scripts and lighting. Yeah. And the young black kids, they see this and the white man did take and they hear their uncles and their people come in, to bang their mamas, sugar daddies and whatnot, baby mamas, whatever, however they talk. They hear them come in and then they get a little drunk, start talking to each other about how, the devil took their land and the devil brought them here and the devil did this and the devil did that. And we're going to rise up and all this shit. And they get pumped full of it because they don't have a father in the house to tell them, hey, all that shit, the rhetoric we were talking when we were drunk, that's not necessarily all true. Maybe not, A real father, tell the kids, maybe you need to live amongst everyone and see how things are going, like your parents did for you. No, there's no father. So these wild-ass mothers that think they're educated because they got a free college education and didn't learn a damn thing, obviously, whenever they went in, whenever they got out, they're the ones raising these, and they're the ones raising these young black men. And we're seeing exactly what the end result of all that is, man. Wakanda forever. And it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And I'm sick of it. And I'm done with it. And we're not going to take it anymore. No, that's the end. So, just a video on, like I said, the inability to take responsibility. That's what I'll call the video. The inability to take responsibility. And that's precisely what it is. And that right there is exactly why we're in the current state that we're in with these people. But, I have, in the end, there's just no way that we're going to just roll over and let them take this from us. I'm not just going to roll over and let them take what I work for every day, which is my culture, my people. That's what I think of when I'm out there working and toiling away. Thinking I'm doing it for something. I don't want it to be given away, though. It seems like that's what somebody wants to do. They want to give away our efforts, give away our time, and just make a mockery of us all. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen anymore in my mind. So, Wakanda forever. That's what they live. That's what they leave you with. It's all right, though. I think everybody's starting to wake up and realize it's not true. Simply not true. So. That's what I got for you today. Just a thought. That's what I'm going to start doing. Just random thoughts. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. It's fine. Hit me up in the comments section. Now that I've made a few videos, the comment section is where it's at anyway. That's where all the knowledge is. I've got people in my comments explaining things to me. That's what I'm talking about. I'm proud. So anyway, man, shout out to Savage Peasant. Shout out to my homeboy Rockwell who made a video for me. You guys need to look in my vids playlist and check it out, man. Really good stuff. Really funny. Really good. Really true. So, we're starting to gain some traction, just like what I thought. And I was just going to give you this little Sunday morning conversation just to the people that are watching, that have been watching. Wakanda forever. That's what's going to happen here. So, that's what we'll talk about. From now on, we're just going to talk about whatever comes to mind. You guys seem to be smarter than me, so that's great. That's what I was hoping for. So, there it is, guys. And when I say let's get it together, I think we now know who I'm talking about. Let's get it together. I want to get it together with my people. I see all these other people getting it together, but they don't do it right. They're not doing it right. And that's what scares them the most, the tribe. Because they know that whenever white people get it together, they burn. Okay? Because all it takes is just for 2 or 3 white boys to get together and start talking about some real shit. And the next thing you know, they're pissed. They're pissed. They're like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I know. I've been in conversations with a million of them. And it always comes to this. So I know my people are strong and they're aware. So we'll just keep doing these things and, we'll see what we see, brothers. We'll see what we see.